video, I'm going to be taking you through how I lost 40 pounds in 8 months. So I have a computer down here that just has some notes on it, so that's why I'm looking down. Sorry that this lighting is not great. I was hoping to get this done earlier, but it didn't end up happening. So weight loss, here we go. So the first thing is you have to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. That's it. That's the science behind it. So a calorie deficit is where you are burning more calories than you are consuming. You can do this by decreasing your food or increasing your exercise, or a combination of both. Also, I want to preface this by saying I'm not a personal trainer. I don't have any qualifications. I'm just sharing my experience, what worked for me, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. I also won't be talking too personally. I will be sharing what worked for me, but I won't be going really in depth on my whole journey. If you want to see that, I probably will end up uploading that later because I want to be able to have it so I can look back on it later, but this is just kind of in general the tips that help me lose weight. So there are two really major parts of this, and there's a couple other things that I'll break down later, but the first thing is nutrition. So I've never tracked any food. I've never done that. I don't think I ever will, and I was able to see results from that. There are so many people that will tell you have to track. You don't. It's a little harder because if you track, you know you're in a deficit. If you don't, it's a little more up in the air, but there is, like, even with tracking, it's not 100%, right? Food labels lie, but make sure you are looking at food labels. I educated myself on that. I was looking at food labels. I was paying attention to calories and things, but I never actually tracked my meals. I don't know how many calories I ate in a day. I don't know how many I eat now, and it doesn't matter to me. So to make nutrition easier, you need to focus on protein. This is going to help you, first of all, maintain the muscle that you have, because if you lose all the muscle, you're just going to be skinny fat, and we don't want that. So make sure you're eating enough protein, and make sure you're also getting in enough fiber. Fiber and protein help with satiety so much, and fiber, the more fiber that you get in, it'll help with your digestion and stuff, so please do not neglect fiber. Also, fats and carbs are so important too. Fats help regulate your hormones, especially as women, and carbs give you energy, so please don't neglect those either. But protein and fiber will really help with your satiety, which is very important when you're cutting calories. Prioritizing whole foods will be your best friend here. If you are eating natural foods that came from the earth, that is really what's going to help you. It's going to help you feel better. You're going to be able to eat more of it because they just tend to be lower calorie. Also, I am a pescatarian, so I sometimes eat fish, but most of the time I am plant-based, and I was still able to get enough protein. I was still able to get in all the nutrients that I need. So you can do it. You got it. Prioritizing fruits and vegetables too will also help bulk up your meals, add volume, and make you feel like you're eating more for less calories. So that is another tip that really helps, especially for someone like me that has a massive appetite. The other thing to note is portion sizes. Portion sizes. You can eat whatever you want. You can. You just need to watch how much of it you're eating. Portion sizes are a game changer. You can still eat all of your favorite foods. Obviously prioritize whole foods, but besides that, like if you want to indulge in some cake, I don't even need to say indulge, that sounds stupid. If you want to have cake. Just look at how much you're eating. Don't eat the whole cake. Just eat a piece of it that aligns with your goals. There's no good or bad food. There's just food that's going to help you reach your goals, or not so much. Maybe that's a soul food, and that's great. We still need soul foods. Food should help you bring happiness. Like, I find happiness in food. That's okay. Like, some people will shame you for that, but I don't think there should be any shame about that. Just eat healthy most of the time, and you'll be just fine. Now, when it comes to exercise, my main form of exercise is weightlifting. This will help you build muscle, which will make you have a faster metabolism. So please weightlift. It's so good for you. It's so good for you. You can do it in any capacity you want. I recommend lifting heavy, but you don't have to. You can lift later if you want, but lifting heavy has so many benefits. You don't need to do it super often. I did it 4 days a week. That worked really well for me. You can do it in 3, you can do it in 2. Start small. You can always build up from there. Don't start by saying I'm gonna go to the gym 6 days a week. Start small. Do not do endless cardio, okay? Cardio can be really helpful, but if you're doing crazy amounts of cardio, all you're doing is messing up your hormones. You're messing up your appetite. Stop. Don't run on the treadmill till the treadmill breaks, okay? Relax. The way that I got increased the amount of calories I was burning was through steps. Steps are your best friend, okay? I used to think I was getting 10K steps a day. I didn't have any evidence for that. I just assumed because I thought that's just what people got. No, I started tracking, I get like 3,000. So that was a way that I had a lot of room to grow. So I increased my steps. I started with going to 10K. Eventually I was at like 15 to 20K. I don't do that anymore, but I did when I was trying to lose weight, and that really, really did help. Another thing to note is that I was playing sports at this time, but I did continue to lose weight after my sports were done. I just made sure to keep my steps high and focus on what I was eating. The next thing that is so important is sleep and recovery. A calorie deficit is not easy on your body. Your body doesn't want to be in one. So you need to make sure you're giving it enough time to sleep and recover and just relax. Please. Thank you. Water. That's the next thing. I didn't realize how dehydrated I was until I started drinking more water. You want to aim for about half your body weight in ounces. Some people will say a gallon, but you can't really universally recommend something because why is a 130-pound girl eating the same amount as a 200-pound guy, or drinking? That doesn't make sense. So aim for about half your body weight in ounces. That should be enough. You can always drink more, but that should be a good baseline. I also noticed that I had a lot more energy when I started drinking more water. I think that's just because I was really, really dehydrated before, but bonus is a bonus. But probably the most important thing is consistency. If you're not eating well, exercising the majority of the time, you're not going to see results. If it's been a week and you're complaining about not seeing results, you haven't been doing it for long enough. It takes time. That's the annoying part. And it's really hard at the beginning too when you look in the mirror and you look the same, or you look at the scale and it stayed the same. You're doing just fine. Results, unfortunately, do take time, but the time's going to pass anyways, so you might as well stick to your goals. The thing about the scale is take it with a grain of salt. The scale weight will fluctuate so much based on if you've had more salt, if you've had water, if you haven't gone to the bathroom, if you're about to start your cycle. There are so many different reasons for why the scale could be up, why it hasn't gone down. And for me, a lot of the time I was plateauing, I was even going up, but then I dropped down. So be patient with that and do not put all of your moral energy into the scale. The scale does not define you, the number does not matter, and just, if you need to step away from the scale, I did towards the end of my cut, and it helped so much. I stopped for an entire month. I was weighing myself every single day, and I stopped for a month. That was really, really weird, but I focused on the daily habits, and all my inputs and the outputs followed. So when I weighed myself the next time, my weight was down. So you don't need to worry about the scale. You can also just take progress pics, see how your clothes fit. You really don't ever need to stop at the scale. Just listen to your body. Allow it to take time because it will. It's okay. Slow progress is better than no progress. Focus on your daily habits every single day. Focus on your inputs, let the outputs take care of themselves. If you focus on eating well every day, exercising, the results will follow because you're literally just doing what you need to do. So don't focus so much on the outputs. Just focus on what you're doing every day, and that will also make it a part of your lifestyle, because once you lose the weight, you can't just go back to what you were doing before. You're just going to get it all back. So you need to make these habits part of your life, and you need to enjoy them. Don't do someone else's exercise plan if you hate it. Don't eat healthy foods that you hate, because it's not going to help. You can find exercise and food that you love and that will help you reach your goals. You just have to experiment with it. But if it's miserable for you, you're not going to stick to it long term, so it doesn't matter. Some more tips. Staying busy will help. The busier you are, it will help, I promise. Make sure you are still eating, please. People hear calorie deficit and I'm just stop eating. Don't. Okay? You still need to be eating. Food is so important. It is fuel, always. So make sure you are still eating enough, okay? If you are starving all the time in order to lose weight, you should not be losing weight. You're doing something wrong. It's normal to feel hungry sometimes, but it shouldn't be all the time, okay? It should feel sustainable. It shouldn't feel like you're starving, like you're ravenous. You shouldn't have the worst mood all the time. Stop. And also stop comparing yourself to influencers online that are in bodybuilding pro. That is not sustainable, okay? Be realistic. You need to learn to love yourself, because if I looked at my body a year ago, I'd be like, that is my dream body. But now I don't even realize that, because my brain is all messed up. Body dysmorphia is so real. So you need to learn to love yourself, and then that will help you actually see the results. Because if I heard people say that a while ago, and I was like, if I get my dream body, it doesn't even matter. I'm gonna love myself no matter what. You won't. Body dysmorphia is so real. So take progress pictures and appreciate how far you have come, and just really fall in love with yourself, please. Remember, there is more to life than weight loss. Your body is the least interesting thing about you. It doesn't matter. Okay? Stop giving it all of your time and thoughts. And also, I just want to say, a few days off track, if you go to a party, if you eat a ton of food, it's not going to ruin your progress. It might feel like it, you might be bloated in the next few days, but you will get right back to where you are. I had some crazy days. I was eating some crazy stuff throughout the holidays, all that. I still lost the weight, okay? It's about what you do consistently, not what you do occasionally, so still enjoy all those times. As long as it's not every day or 5 days a week, you'll be just fine. Still enjoy those moments, because you just live in life, okay? If fitness is taking away from your life, not adding to it, you're doing something wrong. It should only improve your life. Final thing, I've already touched on this a little bit, but in order to maintain it, you must fall in love with the journey, the process, the everyday things. Because if you don't, if you hate what you're doing, you're not going to sustain it, and then you're just going to gain all the way back. So fall in love with the journey, fall in love with the process, and then you will have a lifetime full of being healthy and happy and feeling your best. All right, that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, drop them below, and I would love to respond to them, chat with you guys. And if you're on a similar journey to the one that I was on, you got this. It takes time. You can do this. Remember that you are so important. Your body does not matter, okay? You got this. I'm so proud of you. And remember to just start. Just start. That's it. You're not going to know what you're doing. You can do all the research you want, but you have to experience it. You have to learn. You have to fail. You have to make mistakes. If I hadn't made all the mistakes and the terrible, stupid things that I did, I wouldn't be where I am today. So allow yourself to learn. Allow yourself to be a beginner. And you got this. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself for trying. Don't focus on the things that are not going how you want. So that is it. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one.